Greetings, loyal minions. Just wanted to do a quick video on some potentially huge information that has been recently released. You may have seen some things out there. It depends on whether you're sort of on any Facebook groups or check the forums, or whether your Alliance members are active on those sort of things. But it is something that's in beta, and it is a power summon portal. I get a lot of questions about certain things, and I think there's a lot of people out there who probably don't care enough, or don't have time, etc., to keep up with all of the updates that are happening. I rarely visit the forums myself these days. There's just so many different things to keep track of. But basically, we have this is all this blah blah talk that no one cares about not getting too attached to things that happen in beta, because it may not happen, but we know we don't care about that. We just want the good stuff. So it's a new summon portal, which includes, I'm going to half read this. I already know most of it, but I'll just read it to make sure I don't miss anything. Basically, it has a chance to summon heroes that are already ascended to certain levels, limit broken, or actually have their talent grid fully emblemed, including the golden emblems. So every summoned hero gets some sort of free ascension levels. Costumes are not included for the pulled heroes, so we're just going to get that out there. There's no chance to pull heroes of the month, and the non-legendary heroes summoned are counted towards fated summon. So that just gets some of those FAQs out of the way straight up front. In the beta, we had the featured heroes of Mother North, Aramis, Sun Quan, and Bennu. Excuse me. We have a list there of all the heroes. I'm not going to go through them. That's likely to change to some degree. There's some decent enough heroes, like we've seen Aramis mentioned up there. He was quite uber for a long period of time. Can still be quite useful. Even can be used against Bernadette. But there's all the heroes. The appearance rates are 71% for rare, 26.5% for epic, 1.5% legendary, and legendary featured 1%. So 2.5% in total of the 5 stars. But then the next bit is the most important. Just while I'm talking about appearance rates and summoning, I am planning... No, I won't talk about that actually. No one cares. Power grade rate. So once you pull one of the heroes, you then have this secondary percentages working. So the first ascension is 20%, second ascension 20%, fully ascended 20%, first limit broken 20%, second limit broken 15%, and second limit broken and fully emblemed is 5%. We also have there the heroes which arise fully emblemed are emblemed by always choosing the left talent nodes. Golden emblems are used for embleming, so using reset token, no emblems will be returned. Can be a little confusing there, so a little bit of extra information that's been added is the first ascension, it doesn't actually mean it's been ascended once, it means it's at level 130, so it's been fully leveled up as far as it can go on that first ascension. If we're talking for rare heroes, 140 for epic, 150, etc. So the second ascension means it's been ascended to the second ascension level. So you would be at 240 for rare, 250 for epic, 260 for legendary. Hope that all makes sense. There is no bonus ascension material chest. The costs at the moment were 100 power coins, so it looks like they will have coins, which means free-to-play players will at least get something by the sounds of it. I'm presuming it would have some sort of event linked to it, or they may just give some free coins. A 10 summon is 2,400, or a single summon is 270 gems. Again, that may change. I think, interestingly enough, the visiting outfitter stayed the same as it was in beta. Everyone was sort of thinking it would be more expensive, but it stayed the same. So that could be good news. So that's sort of the beef of it. To me, it's absolutely fantastic for... Mainly it's going to be targeted at the new players. SG would have stats in the background telling them how many new players play, how long they play for, If there's any sort of exit surveys or any sort of surveys at all, they may have information on why new players don't hang around. I think everyone would understand that it's the grind. Even players that have been around for a long time have experienced that again during Dragonspire. It's just that grind, getting the base up. Everything takes so long. There's so many resources to try to manage. Even myself, not too long ago, I had around, I think it was 8,000 feeder heroes stored away in my training camps. I went through a bit of a summoning phase, as you may be aware through my videos. If you haven't watched them, go check them out. There's a few summoning videos. But no, I ended up leveling, 5 or 6 heroes over a short, sort of maybe a month or just a short period of time. And all of a sudden my feeder heroes are down to like maybe 1,000, and I've got no ham, and other materials are getting low in certain things. So even for someone that's got sort of years of things backing up, you can still end up having bottlenecks for certain things. So this basically just, sorry, I wasn't even scrolling then to give you anything to look at. I'm just rambling on. Obviously, yeah, brand new players are going to just get a big benefit out of this, but also any cheap to play, free to play, there's just that chance of saving all those items that are very hard to build up. And you can get some good heroes. I seen, shout out to Alliance member Ruskin, who I think is also very active on the forums. But, simple things like, if, even with a decent roster, I could pull some of these heroes like an Aramis, for example. I would never level Aramis because I have better heroes and I have other heroes waiting to be leveled, etc. However, if I happen to pull him and he's already fully leveled or even emblemed, then it's just someone I can throw straight into my mix that I never ever would have leveled, and he can be useful against certain heroes. So there's a lot of good heroes in here. They don't have the costumes. However, it can be then used in tandem with the outfitter. So same sort of scenario. You may pull one of these heroes and, there's a chance it may take you 3 or 4 months to get it fully leveled. And the outfitter comes in the meantime and you're like, oh, well, there's no point getting an outfit for, I'm just going to say Mother North. There's no point getting her outfit because I don't have it leveled. But with this portal, you may be able to grab her fully leveled, fully emblemed, and then, a week later, the visiting outfitter comes along and you've also got the costume that you can grab. So it's definitely a step in the right direction in regards for new players. And as I said, cheap to play, free to play. It could just be the difference, and it just helps people get up to speed a little bit quicker. 3 stars and 4 stars, again, it's great for helping people to complete tournaments, complete events, anything like that. So I just wanted to bring it to your attention in case you weren't aware. Something to keep an eye out for. It may even be the difference between people that you may have been sitting there thinking, oh crap, I'm sick of the grind, I'm just going to delete the game. Knowing that this is on the way could just be a reason to stick around, have a look how it works, see if it sort of helps you out at all. But yeah, hopefully that was useful. Would love your comments on any other thing you think that may help the game. SG do seem to be taking a little bit more interest, so it's a great time to start trying to push anything we have. I am trying to sort of get as much feedback through to them as I can. I obviously have no different way of doing it than anyone else, but just trying to comment as much as I can on certain things to get them to start listening more and more to the community, not just even the beta testers. That's a whole different sort of line of feedback and testing things that are happening. But I just think it's a great time to be trying to get feedback through, as I'm not saying they're fully listening, but they're obviously doing a few more things in regards to quality of life and helping newer players stay around. So yeah, any feedback you have, Happy to try to compile that and get it through any way we can. But yeah, I'd love to hear other people's thoughts. I know there's so many simple things I would love to see happen in the game. One of my biggest gripes has always been in the war, you can't see how many points someone is worth without clicking on them and then clicking attack, except or it's just silly little things that we get so used to that we just put up with. So heaps of things that could be improved. Would love to see all your comments. There's also a place on the forum to throw those suggestions, so always worthwhile doing. There's no point complaining if we're not trying to help fix it. So yeah, thanks for listening. Hope you found that helpful. I get sick of talking about subscribing, etc., so I'm not going to. Give your kitty a scritch for me, and have a good one.